Hey coin lovers! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover rare treasures that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you love coins and cash that's worth way more than face value, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single coin find that could make you rich. Moneybag. Today, we're diving into the top 6 most valuable and rare US Lincoln 1-cent pennies. Some of these little copper beauties are worth tens of thousands, even over $100,000. You won't believe what makes these coins so valuable. Today's spotlight is on an unassuming yet incredibly valuable coin, the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right, this little copper coin, which most people overlook as spare change, could actually be worth a small fortune, as much as $87,118 to an unbelievable $99,193 in today's market. So buckle up and stick with us till the end as we dive into this coin's amazing history, why it's so rare, what makes it so valuable, and how you could potentially find one yourself. History of the 1975 Lincoln cent. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since it was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, was the first U.S. coin to depict a real historical figure. By 1975, the design had already been in use for over 65 years, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history. The reverse at the time still featured the Lincoln Memorial, which had been introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. This iconic design was created by Frank Gasparo and remained until the bicentennial changes came into effect in later years. In 1975, these pennies were composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. This was just before the composition changed in 1982 due to rising copper prices. The 1975 penny was produced at 2 primary U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver have a small D mint mark under the date. However, coins struck at the Philadelphia mint typically have no mint mark, which is where this story takes an interesting and valuable turn. The significance of the no mint mark. You might be wondering, if Philadelphia coins don't usually have a mint mark, what makes the 1975 no mint mark penny so special? The answer lies in a combination of rare striking errors, limited high-quality specimens, and unique die characteristics found in only a handful of coins. First off, while it's true that Philadelphia minted pennies traditionally lack a mint mark, the 1975 issue stands out because of the extremely small number of surviving coins in perfect or near-perfect condition, especially those with exceptional luster, sharp details, and no post-mint damage. Combine that with a few specimens showing off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual planchet characteristics, and suddenly you've got a coin that's not just rare but nearly one of a kind. What drives the value even higher is the number of these 1975 no-mint mark pennies found in mint state condition, particularly MS-67 and above. These are incredibly scarce, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. Record sales and auction history. Let's talk numbers. The average 1975 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is only worth face value, 1 cent. But the few that have been graded by professional coin grading services such as PCGS or NGC and found to be in pristine condition have fetched staggering prices at auction. One particularly clean specimen, graded MS-67 red, fetched a jaw-dropping $87,118 at a major auction. That's right, $87,000 for a penny. But the story doesn't end there. Another equally stunning coin, possibly due to its strong strike, unblemished surface, and intense red coloration, sold for a record $99,193. This proves that collectors are not only looking for rarity, but also top-notch quality, and they're willing to pay a premium for it. These high-dollar sales are not just flukes. They represent an increasing trend in the numismatic community where serious buyers compete to own the finest examples of classic American coins. That pushes the value higher every year. What makes a 1975 penny valuable? So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 1975 penny? First, check the condition. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state, MS, condition are worth considerably more. Look for original luster, no scratches, and no signs of wear. Coins that still have a bright copper-red color are especially desirable. Second, look for errors or anomalies. Double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on foreign planchets can significantly increase the value. These error coins are rare and often escape the mint's quality control. Third, authentication is key. If you think you've got a rare 1975 no-mint mark penny, have it evaluated by a professional grading service. Getting your coin graded by PCGS or NGC can significantly increase buyer confidence and potential selling price. Tips for finding rare pennies. You're probably thinking, I want to find one of these. Well, here's the good news. Rare coins like the 1975 no-mint mark penny can still be found in pocket change, old piggy banks, estate sales, coin rolls from the bank, and even inherited collections. Coin roll hunting is one popular method collectors use. By buying rolls of pennies from banks and carefully inspecting each coin, some people have discovered valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Also, don't forget to check grandparents' coin jars or old drawers that haven't been cleaned in years. Many people unknowingly hoarded these older coins and never bothered to check their value. Your next big find might be sitting in a coffee can in the garage. Current market value. Now let's get into current market trends. As of now, in 2025, the value of a high-grade 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny ranges from $87,118 to $99,193. That's nearly $100,000 for a coin most people wouldn't give a second glance. These prices are based on real auction results and trends in the coin collecting community. And with inflation and increasing demand for top-tier coins, the value may continue to rise. To sum it up, the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is one of those hidden gems of the coin world. While most are only worth a cent, the rarest and most pristine examples can sell for upwards of $99,000. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin is a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures come in the smallest packages. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin content, and leave a comment down below if you've ever come across a rare penny in your collection. You never know, your story could be featured in our next video. Until next time, keep searching and happy collecting. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and valuable finds that might be hiding right in your pocket change. If you're into coin collecting or you're just curious about how a single penny can be worth more than $20,000, you're in the right place. Today's spotlight is on an extraordinary coin, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has recently made waves in the collector's market, fetching as much as $22,193. That's right, a single penny from 1977, which you could have found in your change jar, could now be worth as much as a new car. So, how did a coin that once bought a gumball become a collectible worth thousands? Let's find out. Let's go back in time for a moment. The year was 1977. Jimmy Carter had just become President of the United States, Elvis Presley performed his final concert, and Star Wars had just premiered, changing pop culture forever. Amidst all of this, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of coins, including the iconic Lincoln 1-cent penny. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was originally created to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. By 1977, the coin had seen a few design tweaks, but it was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that collectors now treasure because it predates the switch to cheaper, mostly zinc-based coins that came in 1982. The 1977 penny was struck in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Denver and San Francisco bear the D and S mint marks, respectively. but the ones made in Philadelphia have no mint mark at all. These no mint mark 1977 Lincoln pennies were mass-produced, but not all are created equal, and that's where the story of this valuable cent begins. Why this coin is special, you might be wondering. If the Philadelphia Mint made millions of these coins, what makes some of them worth over $22,000? The answer comes down to a combination of condition, rarity, and error potential. First, let's talk about condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. A 1977 Lincoln penny that's been heavily circulated might only be worth its face value, a single cent. But if you have one in pristine mint state, MS 67 or higher, then you're holding on to something rare. Only a very small number of these 1977 no mint mark Lincoln cents exist in MS 67 plus red condition. And by red, we mean coins that have retained their original coppery red luster with almost no oxidation or toning. Most copper coins darken over time, but those that stay bright red are significantly more desirable to collectors. But condition isn't the only factor. There's also the demand and auction history. In recent years, the market has seen a surge in interest for high-grade Lincoln cents, especially those from the 1970s. Several 1977 pennies graded by PCGS or NGC at MS 67 red have sold for between $21,928 and $22,193. These aren't just one-off sales. It's a consistent trend showing that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are not just rare, but nearly perfect. Era varieties that can increase value. Now, while the regular 1977 no mint mark penny in high grade is already valuable, certain era varieties can send the value even higher. Keep an eye out for double die obverse DDO. This is when the coin appears to have doubled images on the date, the word liberty, or the phrase in God we trust. These doubling errors occur during the minting process and can dramatically increase a coin's value. Off-center strikes, coins that are struck off-center, meaning the design is not properly aligned, are very collectible. A significant off-center strike, especially one where the date is still visible, could make the coin even more desirable. Die cracks or cuds. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by damage to the die that strikes the coins. While not always high in value, when combined with high-grade condition, they can add to a coin's rarity and appeal. So, if you have a 1977 penny, especially one in exceptional condition or with any of these era types, you could be looking at a serious payday. How to check your coin? Want to know if your 1977 penny is worth thousands? Here's what to do. Examine the coin's color. If it's a brilliant red with no dark spots, you're off to a good start. Check for scratches, nicks, and wear. High-value coins are usually in mint state with little to no circulation damage. Look for errors, doubling, off-center strikes, or odd markings can boost value. Get it graded. If it looks promising, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade gives your coin credibility and significantly increases its value at auction. Research sales. Check platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay for recent sales of similar coins. This helps you gauge what collectors are paying today. Market value and final thoughts. So, what's the current market saying? As of now, the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny in MS 67 red condition is trading between $21,928 and $22,193. That's an astonishing price for a coin most people overlook. Even coins just one grade lower, like MS 66 red, can sell for hundreds of dollars, showing how much value is tied to perfect condition. This coin proves that you don't need to dig up ancient treasure to make a fortune. Sometimes, it's just a matter of taking a closer look at what's already in your pocket or an old coin jar at home. It also reinforces how important condition, grading, and attention to detail are in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a 1977 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside, examine it carefully. You might be holding onto a coin that could change your financial situation overnight. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, The story of the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is a reminder that valuable treasures can be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting! Hello and welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding right inside your pocket change. If you enjoy hunting for rare coins, discovering valuable collectibles, or just love numismatic history, you've landed in the right place. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another coin that could change your life. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many of you might have overlooked: the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. It's small, it's copper-coated, and it could be worth as much as $17,193 today. That's right, 1 cent turning into thousands of dollars. Sounds unbelievable? Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the full story, the history behind it, what makes it so special, the types of errors to look for, and the current market demand that's pushing its value sky high. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, originally introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. The design remained relatively unchanged for decades, especially the obverse, that's the front, which still features Lincoln's iconic profile. Now, the 1987 penny, like others from the 1980s, was struck in a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change made in 1982 to reduce production costs. So if you're holding a 1987 penny, it's a zinc core with a thin copper plating. The coin itself was minted at two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark just below the date. But the coins minted in Philadelphia, well, they were struck without a mint mark. That means if your 1987 penny has no mint mark, it came from Philadelphia. But here's the twist: most of these coins are worth just 1 cent. So why are some of them selling for over $14,000, even nearing $17,000? Let's break that down. What makes this coin so valuable? The incredible value of certain 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies doesn't come from the ordinary circulation coins. It comes from rare errors, high-grade condition, and collector demand. The most valuable 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln cents fall into one or more of the following categories. Number 1. Mint state condition, MS68 or higher. Most coins you find in pocket change are scratched, worn, and generally well used. But some coins were never circulated and were preserved in nearly perfect condition. These are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, and grades range from MS60 to MS70. A 1987 penny graded MS68 red, that's mint state with full red luster, is incredibly rare. At that level, the coin has virtually no flaws, with sharp details and blazing color. Only a handful exist in such high condition, and collectors will pay top dollar to get their hands on one. In fact, an MS68 1987 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has sold for over $14,598, with auction prices in some cases rising to $17,193 or more, depending on the buyer. Number 2. Rare die errors. Minting errors are another reason a seemingly ordinary coin can be worth a fortune. For the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, here are a few rare errors to look for. Double die obverse DDO. This happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between strikes, causing doubling in the inscriptions or Lincoln's profile. Check, Liberty in God we trust. And the date for signs of doubling. Off-center strikes. If the coin is struck off-center by even 10 to 90%, it can command hundreds or even thousands, especially if the date is still visible. Clipped planchets. These are coins that were struck on an incomplete metal blank, resulting in a curved or jagged edge. Die cracks and cuds. These are raised lines or blobs of metal where the die has cracked. Some collectors pay a premium for dramatic or unique die cracks. These kinds of errors add uniqueness and rarity is what drives up value. How to identify a valuable 1987 penny. Here's what to do if you think you've got a winner. Step 1. Check the mint mark, or rather, make sure there isn't one. If your 1987 penny has no mint mark, you're looking at a Philadelphia issue. Step 2. Look at the condition. If it still has a bright red shine, minimal marks, and no signs of wear, you might have something special. These are classified as red by coin graders, and they are more desirable than red-brown or brown coins. Step 3. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect for doubling on the letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. Sometimes errors are very subtle. Step 4. If you believe your coin has an error or is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Yes, there's a cost involved, but it's worth it if your coin turns out to be one of the ultra-rare varieties. Here are a few real-world examples. A 1987 no mint mark Lincoln Cent graded MS68 red sold at auction for $14, $8.50. Another coin, featuring a dramatic off-center strike and full date visible, fetched $7, $500. And a DDO variety in uncirculated condition reached a whopping $12,200 at a specialized coin auction. These are not hypothetical numbers. These are real sales, from real collectors, paying real money for a penny that could be sitting in your change jar right now. As of today, the current market value for a top grade, 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny is between $14,598 and $17,193, depending on its condition, grade, and any unique error features. Prices are expected to continue rising as collectors look to complete their modern Lincoln Cent collections with only the highest grade examples. So if you're a coin collector, a casual hobbyist, or just someone who checks their change, keep your eyes peeled. That little 1987 penny could be your lucky find. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating story of the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. From humble beginnings to a coin that can fetch over $17,000, it's a perfect reminder that treasure can be hiding in the most unexpected places. So before you spend that penny, take a closer look. You never know, the next big jackpot might already be in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share it with your fellow coin hunters, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable coin. We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting! Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode on rare and valuable coins you just might have in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into one of the most surprising modern-era treasures, the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that looks so ordinary yet is worth an extraordinary amount of money. Believe it or not, this small copper-plated piece of metal can fetch between $12,888 and $14,973 in today's collector's market. So stick around, because we're breaking down everything: the coin's history, how it became valuable, what to look for, and how you might just strike gold by checking your change jar. Let's begin with a little background on the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but one of the most beloved presidents in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured the iconic side profile of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse initially displayed 2 wheat ears, hence the name, Wheat Penny. 4 older versions. Fast forward to 1959, and the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design stayed in place until 2008. So yes, that means the 2002 Lincoln penny we're talking about today still carries the Lincoln Memorial on the back, making it part of the long-running Memorial Cent series. Now, in the year 2002, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents. Coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D mint mark. That means if your 2002 penny has no mint mark just under the date, it came from the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, a coin like this would be considered common. But not all 2002 pennies are created equal, and that's where things get interesting. The rarity and what makes it valuable. So you're probably wondering, how can a common 2002 penny be worth more than $12,000? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and minting errors. First, condition matters, and in the world of coin collecting, we use a grading system called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. Coins graded at MS 65 or higher, that's mint state, meaning they show no wear and appear nearly flawless, can command significantly higher prices. Collectors pay a premium for coins that are untouched, shiny, and sharp in detail. Second, errors and varieties play a huge role. Several 2002 Lincoln pennies from the Philadelphia Mint are known to have striking errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet issues. A double die obverse, for example, occurs when the coin is struck twice with a slightly misaligned die, resulting in doubled lettering or numbers, and these can be worth thousands on their own. Even small errors, if dramatic or rare enough, can transform an ordinary penny into a jackpot for collectors. But here's the real kicker: population rarity. Out of the hundreds of millions of 2002 Lincoln cents minted, only a small handful have been discovered in pristine condition or with rare errors. Coins that have been professionally graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC and earned a high mint state grade, particularly MS 67 and above, are incredibly rare. And when rarity meets demand, you get soaring market values. Recent sales and market value. Now let's talk money. How much is the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny actually worth today? In recent years, some of these coins have sold at auctions for jaw-dropping amounts. Depending on condition and the presence of errors, verified 2002 no mint mark pennies have fetched between $12,888 and $14,973. That's right. A 1-cent coin that costs almost nothing to make could be worth nearly $15,000 in the right scenario. Point 1 example includes a coin graded MS 68 red by PCGS, meaning it retains its full original red luster, which sold for over $13,000 at a major auction. These sales aren't random either. The market for rare Lincoln cents, especially modern ones in immaculate condition, continues to grow as collectors seek to complete perfect sets. The values can even increase depending on provenance, rarity of the error type, and if the coin is one of the top few in its population. So always check your 2002 pennies carefully, especially those without a mint mark. How to identify and preserve one. Now that you know the potential value, here's how you can check your own 2002 pennies and possibly uncover a hidden gem. Start by looking at the date and mint mark. If your coin says 2002 and has no mint mark, it came from the Philadelphia Mint. Next, examine the coin under good lighting or use a magnifying glass to look for any irregularities. Pay close attention to the lettering, Lincoln's eye, and the date for signs of doubling. Check the rim to see if the coin is centered or has an off-center strike. Look for cracks in the die, raised lines, or unusual features that don't appear on a normal coin. These could all be signs of valuable minting errors. If you think you have something special, don't clean the coin. That can reduce its value significantly. Instead, place it in a soft flip or protective holder and send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. To sum it up, the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth a small fortune. With values ranging from $12,888 to $14,973, it's worth taking the time to inspect every penny you come across. So the next time you get change at the grocery store, or dig through that old coin jar in the closet, keep your eyes peeled. That 2002 penny might just be your lucky ticket to a 5-figure payday. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn which coins to watch for next. And drop a comment below. Have you found any valuable Lincoln pennies? We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, and may your change be full of treasures. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel that brings you the most exciting and valuable coin discoveries in your pocket change. If you're someone who loves the thrill of hunting rare coins, then today's video is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a modern-day penny that could secretly be worth between $14,928 and $17,973 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. A coin minted less than 2 decades ago could be worth more than a used car or a semester of college tuition, so grab your coin jars, because by the end of this video, you'll want to check every 2006 penny you can find. The history of the Lincoln cent. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln 1-cent coin has been around since 1909. Created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, and Lincoln was chosen because of his historical significance and popularity. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design and compositional changes. But by 2006, the design was relatively stable, with Lincoln's profile on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, and a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. But despite being a common modern coin, some 2006 pennies have skyrocketed in value. How is that possible? Let's find out. The 2006 no-mint mark penny. What makes it special? First off, when we say no-mint mark, we're talking about 2006 Lincoln pennies produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically don't carry a mint mark, which is completely normal. So at first glance, a no-mint mark 2006 penny may not seem special at all. But here's the catch. Not all 2006 no-mint mark pennies are created equal. Some of these coins exhibit extremely rare errors and exceptional qualities that make them highly desirable to collectors and investors. These factors include double die errors, where the coin's design appears to be struck twice, creating a doubling effect, especially on the letters or Lincoln's face. Off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned due to a minting mishap. Die cracks or cuds, where the coin displays raised lines or blobs caused by a damaged die. High-grade condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch premium prices. Now here's the real kicker. Some of these rare versions of the 2006 penny have sold for up to $17,973 in auctions, depending on their error, rarity, and condition. That's almost 18,000 times its face value. What to look for in your change? So, how can you tell if you're holding a jackpot 2006 Lincoln penny in your hand? Here's a checklist. Check for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to look at the words "Liberty in God We Trust" and the date 2006. If you notice any shadowing or duplication of letters, you might have a double die error. Look for off-center strikes. These are easier to spot. If Lincoln's head is not centered, or if part of the coin is blank, that's a potential off-center error. Inspect the coin's surface. Look for odd blobs, cracks, or raised lines that don't belong. These could be signs of die breaks or cuds. Assess the condition. A coin in mint-state condition, no scratches, strong luster, and minimal wear, is more valuable. If you think your coin is in exceptional shape, consider getting it professionally graded. Market value and recent sales. Now let's talk about money.as of this year. The current market value of the rare and collectible 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny ranges from $14,928 to $17,973. Based on public auction results and private collector sales. For example, a mint state 67 red, MS67RD, example sold at auction for $14,928. A similar specimen with a minor die crack and off-center strike jumped up to $17,973 due to its unique appeal and pristine quality. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these coins because they are considered modern rarities. And as more of these pennies get scooped up and locked away in private collections, their value is only expected to grow. Why are modern pennies worth so much? You might be wondering, why would anyone pay so much for a modern penny? Well, it comes down to a few things. Rarity of error. Not all coins leave the mint with errors. When a coin has a striking mistake, especially from modern times when quality control is stricter, it becomes very rare. Condition. Finding a coin in top-notch mint condition, especially after it's been in circulation for nearly 2 decades, is no easy feat. Collector demand. The coin collecting hobby is booming, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for unusual coins that tell a story. And the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln penny definitely tells a story of value, history, and surprise. Final tips: how to find one. So how do you get your hands on one of these valuable 2006 pennies? Search your change. Check coin jars, cash drawers, even your car's cup holder. Visit local banks. Ask for rolls of pennies and go through them. Check with local coin dealers. Some may not have noticed the rare varieties yet. Use online marketplaces. But be careful and buy only from reputable sellers. And remember, if you find a promising coin, it's always a good idea to have it authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could turn your 1-cent coin into a 5-figure treasure. There you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 2006 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that could be worth up to $17,973 today. Have you found one of these in your change? Do you have any interesting penny stories of your own? Drop a comment below and let us know. We love hearing from fellow coin enthusiasts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another rare coin alert that could change your life. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone who loves rare finds that could be hiding right in your pocket change, then you're in for a real treat today. Because we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and unexpectedly valuable coins out there, the 2005 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right. A coin you may have passed over dozens of times could actually be worth up to $19,973 right now. So don't go anywhere. This is a video you won't want to miss. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, has been in continuous circulation for over a century. Its design has gone through several changes, but one thing has remained consistent: its place in American pockets and purses. Fast forward to 2005, and you'll find the modern Lincoln cent still bearing the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse, or head side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse of the 2005 penny still displays the classic Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. But what makes the 2005 no mint mark Lincoln cent stand out so much? What gives it such a high market value? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and minting anomalies. Understanding the no mint mark phenomenon. First, let's talk about the no mint mark. In 2005, most Lincoln cents were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Denver carry a DE mint mark, while Philadelphia minted coins typically bear no mint mark at all. So technically, a no mint mark penny from Philadelphia isn't an error, it's normal. However, what's rare and valuable in this case isn't just the absence of a mint mark, but the specific characteristics of some of these 2005 no mint mark coins. Some of these pennies have been discovered with extremely sharp strike details, full red luster, and unique die errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those with errors, are what truly catch the eyes of collectors and investors. Rarity and why it's valuable. So, what's driving up the value of the 2005 no mint mark Lincoln penny? A few key factors come into play. First, population reports from professional grading services like PCGS and NGC show that there are very few examples of this coin in high mint state, MS grades, especially MS 67 and above. Combine that with error variations or exceptionally clean strikes, and suddenly, you've got a penny that's anything but ordinary. Additionally, As demand for Lincoln cents continues to grow, especially among younger collectors and international investors, prices for rarer modern coins are skyrocketing. The 2005 Lincoln penny has become a sleeper hit, quietly increasing in value while most people overlook it entirely. Auction sales and market value. Let's talk numbers. Recent auctions have seen certified examples of the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln cent selling for between $16,668 and $19,973, depending on the condition and presence of any error. Yes, a single penny, face value 1 cent, is commanding thousands of dollars in the right market. For example, a pristine, full red MS-67 example with excellent eye appeal and strong strike could fetch close to $20,000 at a major coin auction, and this isn't just a fluke. Over the past 5 years, the value of high-grade 2005 pennies has trended upward, reflecting a growing interest in modern rarities. Even pennies in slightly lower grades, say MS-65 or MS-66, can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars if they show unique characteristics. What to look for in your pocket change. So, how can you find one of these valuable 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? First, check your coin jars, piggy banks, and pocket change. Look for the year 2005 on the obverse and no mint mark under the date. That confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, assess the coin's condition. Does it still have a reddish, coppery shine? Are the details on Lincoln's face and hair crisp and well-defined? Are there any noticeable errors, like doubling in the text, off-center strikes, or raised lines across the coin? If you think you've got something special, your next step should be to have the coin professionally graded. Use a reputable service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A certified grade can significantly increase the value of your coin and give buyers or collectors confidence in what they're purchasing. Tips for collectors and sellers. Now, if you're a coin collector or planning to become one, the 2005 no-mint mark penny should absolutely be on your radar. Not only is it a fascinating piece of numismatic history, but it's also an investment opportunity. Modern coin values can fluctuate, but when a coin combines rarity, condition, and collector demand, it's a recipe for long-term value. If you're planning to sell, timing is everything. Watch coin auctions, track recent sales, and wait for the market to peak. Use platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers for the best exposure. And remember, presentation matters. A well-photographed, certified coin with a clear description will always sell better. So, let's recap. The 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny might look like an ordinary coin, but in high-grade condition or with unique errors, it can be worth an astonishing $16,668 to $19,973. Its value is driven by a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. If you think you might have one, don't ignore it. Take the time to inspect, research, and if necessary, have it graded. You could be sitting on a coin that's worth more than some people's cars. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you think you've seen a 2005 no-mint mark penny in your collection, or if you want us to cover another rare coin in the future. And as always, happy collecting, because sometimes, a penny really is worth a fortune.